Ooh, what's going on, people? It's your man, the YB, back once again. So, we got this fight this weekend. Riakporhe versus Billam-Smith for the Cruiserweight World title. And this face-off was quite funny still. Listen, Riakporhe, you need to give me my flowers. That's what you need to do, taking my bars, talking about sweetness. Let's get to it now, 100%.
Even Victor, is he mentally tough enough to go through what you went through? Digging deep, fighting in Bournemouth.
It's very different. It's never nice during the fight. It wasn't nice for him first time round. I'm sure you remember that.
It was nice. It wasn't nice for him.
It was nice. What
Listen,
were you saying?
it felt good. It felt like I was eating vanilla ice cream. It felt lovely. It was sweet.
Okay, you weren't saying that after the fight, though, were you?
What was I saying?
Well, how you know you were.
Oh my gosh, Chris, that was the hard fight you gave me. Oh my God, please.
Pretty much. I think there's a tweet of that as well. Pretty much saying that.
Really, me?
Yeah. Saying hard fight.
I just respect you as a fighter. You know what I'm saying? You gave me a good fight. I was surprised.
But what I'm saying, it was.
The bars there, Riakporhe saying that Chris Billam, you taste sweet, man. Sweet like vanilla, he said. Ooh. Now, what I will say is, like Hug Coley, Lawrence Hug Coley. A lot of these cats, they come out of the LDN, yeah, and they do the talking. I'm with it. I ain't gonna lie. I like the talking, but just make sure with your big ass, when you get tired, yeah, because Riakporhe, he get tired. If you don't get, he might get him out of there. I don't know. I'm not betting on this one. Couldn't tell you. Because Chris Billam-Smith, he's not a perfect fighter, but he can. He's shown at least. He can have a fight. He can have a go. He cannot get, or he doesn't get overawed by the occasion. Lawrence Coley, what's he showed? Lawrence Coley, the bum slayer. Lawrence Coley is Deontay Wilder's second cousin, for sure. Same stature, and all he good for is knocking bums out. Yeah? Hug Coley was a 3-1 favourite against Billam-Smith. All he did in there was hug dude. Yeah? Useless. Coley can fight bums. He the bum slayer. He the new bronze bum slayer, for sure. So, Billam-Smith showed he can be composed. I think he probably could have done a bit more, because Coley, it was clear after the first 6 rounds, he didn't want to fight, so you should have just put it on him. Chin down, elbows in. But anyway, is what it is. He came out victorious. He snatched Hug Coley's penny boy's chain off, snatched his belt off, and sent Hug Coley walking back to the ends, shoeless. Shoe and chainless. Long old journey it was for Lawrence Hug Coley. Now, where I was going with this is, I like Riakporhe's bars. You sweet. That's how you should feel. I'm just saying, if it gets tough, you might clip him, but you might not. And if you don't clip him, don't be acting brand new. Don't be acting tired looking, clinging on, hugging. Make sure you go out like that. Yeah? Chin down. Elbows in, or elbows after elbows. Just chin down and have a go. Riakporhe. Don't let me see you in there all sorry looking and get sent back to the ends. Don't let me see that. I ain't trying to watch that. Don't talk this way and then not back it up, because you best believe, people, if one day the Saint Prince Turkey Salomon Sheikh Mohammed put me in the ring with Tommy Fury, people, I can have no gas left. You'll see my chin go down and I'm coming forward the same way. And he getting it. There's some things that can't happen. Tommy Fury to me is just too sweet. It's impossible. It is metaphysically impossible for Tommy Fury to do anything with me. The gods know it. The particles know it. There's just no way, right? You best believe it. And that's how I have to feel. Yeah? Riakporhe has to feel like I feel about Tommy Fury, who would do nothing. Yeah? But these cats, they talk the talk, they get in there and it's like, oh, it's hard now. Yeah, you're here now. Like Martin Bowers, I think it was, told Danny Dubois against Joyce, you're here now, Dan. This is the fight game. This is it now. Yeah, punching bums up, Riakporhe. Look at this cat here. I like Riakporhe. In fact, a gun to my head, the odds suck, but gun to my head, I'd pick Riakporhe, but I'd have picked Coley as well, for all due respect. So, is what it is. But look at Riakporhe. Riakporhe, he's a bum slayer. And yes, he did beat Billam-Smith years ago. So that is what it is. But look, he did fight bums. His last fight was against a complete bum. 1 star. Yeah? He fought Lil Tunchi. He fought Lil Wayne's second cousin. Sorry, he fought Lil Wayne's nephew, Fabio Lil Tunchi. Again, he can't beat him. Fabio Lil Tunchi, he can rap, he can't box though. Right? So listen, he beat YB, what are you talking about? He beat Lil Wayne's Nephew, maybe he did. Just because you Lil Wayne's nephew in rapping, it don't mean you can box, people. Do you understand that? Forget about Lil Tunchi. Forget about Fat Bill Lil Tunchi here. No good. Look at his resume. Look at these cats. Even then, he fought a bum here. This guy's a bum. 1 star. Points. 8 rounds. Couldn't do nothing. This dude, 2 star. Okay, you're getting knockouts against the bum slayer, right? So this is looking a bit to me like Lawrence Okoli. Lawrence Okoli knocking out all the bums. He get in there with someone who come to fight. Whatever you said about Billam-Smith, yeah, he came to fight, and all of a sudden, Lawrence Hug Okoli was all bent out of shape. That's whack. Yeah? If you've got power like Okoli and Riakphore have, I expect you to sling it and get knocked out trying to get it off. Same as Wilder against Zhang. He got knocked out anyway. So you might as well have got knocked out, chin down, just winging that right hand off. Just wing it. Because you got knocked out. Right, people, think here. You got knocked out anyway. Lawrence Okoli, he went out worse than being knocked out. The way Lawrence Okoli went out against Chris Billam-Smith was an embarrassment to the sport. Seriously. I don't care what no one says. There's no self-respecting man who would want to go out like that. Who here would want their daughter to see a performance like Lawrence Okoli versus Billam-Smith? I'd much rather come home and explain how I got knocked out and lost to the better man than explain why I was hugging dude in a boxing fight. Yeah, Lawrence Okoli, he been training with Dagestanis, I heard, for that fight. What's that? Lawrence, what are you doing in Dagestan training with Habib and the other dude, Islam Makhachev? You, all due respect, man, I like the UFC, yeah, but you a boxer. Yeah? You ain't got to be in Dagestan doing all the hugging and the wrestling. You can't even do it well either. He ain't even like tugging in there, and he just literally woo, puts them long Stretch Armstrong looking arms around dude and just, whoa, trying to hug up on man. Lawrence, what are you trying to hug up on dudes for? That's the question. Yeah, so Riakporhe, let me tell you this now. Don't let me see you in there after talking these bars, yeah, that I resonate with. Don't let me see you disrespecting the bars like that. Because you've talked it now. You've put it out there. So I expect to see deliverance. In the rest of this interview, he says things like, yeah, I want to test myself. Let's see the test then. And maybe he goes out there, yeah, and just clips Billam-Smith. Fair play to him. But if he don't, you best fight. You best fight. That's what you best do. Because you talked a whole bunch. Anyway, this was Billam-Smith's reply, which was, I ain't gonna lie, was fire.
It's like, who's had the better career?
I think it was pretty. Look where we are. We're here.
Yeah, you're a man.
I'm challenging for a world title.
Yeah. No.
And you're the champion.
That's the next fight.
We're
Before
level.
this,
We're pretty much level.
we're not level
Why do you say that?
because I've won a world title and defended it. You've avoided a world title.
Me.
Were you not?
Wow,
were you
you
not
shouldn't-
mandatory for Jar
You
Pattaya?
shouldn't say things that you don't know. You shouldn't speak on things that you don't know about.
Sorry, you were mandatory for
You
Jar
don't- you don't-
Pattaya. Were you not?
Yes, I was.
So why is that fight not
But
happening
you
before
don't
that?
understand about the business side of boxing.
Oh no, the business side. Richard. Oh no, Richard, tell me this, Richard. Riddle me this, Richard. Where was the business side? You ducked. Let's call it a spade. Now, the fact that you ducked YOURE doesn't mean you won't knock out Billam-Smith. Of course it don't. They're not correlated. But let's call it a spade. You ducked him. Yeah? Oh, the business didn't make sense. Well, Richard, explain to me how the business of you fighting Dylan Bregon, some Game of Thrones sounding ass dude, how would the business of that work out then? Because for sure, there's no way YOURE fight was less than... YOURE, he fighting in Saudi. You could have Riakporhe versus YOURE in Saudi as a co-main. That you'd have got paid probably $1 million plus, $2 million. Oops. Yeah? You was fighting Dylan Bregon. Yeah? You was fighting Dylan Bregarian. Game of Thrones looking ass, sounding ass name. That's what you was doing. In the Civic Hall, Wolverhampton. Stop, Richard. Yeah? Stop copying them Corny Floyd bars. What are you? Are you a warrior who talking about this dude sweet, or are you... Oh, politically. Politically, I didn't duck him. I was political. You don't understand the coin. Wow. That's El Shekel. Shalong put him onto them bars, for sure. That's what that was. Oh, let's speak this. It sounds good to people who are low IQ. Yeah, all the Richard Riakphore fans. Yeah, he didn't duck. He didn't duck. It was the Shigel. It was the management and the same as the other dude. Again, it doesn't mean he's gonna bottle the fight. Look at Fraser Clark. Fraser Clark categorically bottled the Fabio Wardley fight and did great in it. So there's no correlation, but admit what it was. You bottled it. Yeah. Now, I think if Richard had seen how OPETAIA performed against Bradis, I think he thinks OPETAIA... Anyone who watched that fight, watch OPETAIA versus Bradis. He's sweet. OPETAIA, hype job, in my opinion. He's sweet. If you go in there with your big ass, Riakporhe, and put it on him, he'll fold. 40-year-old Bradis half made him fold in the corner. He can't fight on the inside. He can't. In fact, there's more time most man can't fight on the inside. Okoli can't. He can't do anything on the inside. It's what do they call it? Not a disease. It's an epidemic right now. It's been for a while, to be fair. It's an epidemic in boxing. People can't squabble on the inside. It's the lost art. They want to be at range and fiddle about, fanny about. If you go at it, Bradis is half old school, right? So Bradis, he looking to work in them last rounds. And OPETAIA like, oh, I don't want to tangle. I want to jump on the spot and fiddle about. It's like, well, you can't fight. He can't fight. If you stick it on, Dana White said, different sport but same principle. Dana White said, in this day and age, skill is one thing, but if you can have some skills and a lot of balls, look at that cat, Sean Strickland, right? Big balls. He at the top, more or less. That's all you need. He fought that Mexican, Brazilian cat. He had to bring his balls to the fight and got beat up, right? That's how it goes these days. Yeah? The level of balls in these cats is so low that all you need is some balls and not a whole bunch of skill and you get far. That's what Sean Strickland and other people have shown. Because these guys are new age. Yeah? It's like the fake Jake Paul era. They bring in corny sparring partners who are there to get beat up. It blows their ego up. Lawrence Okoli, he been beating people up in sparring. You get in the fight and choke. It's not real. Yeah? You get your first bit of adversity. Daniel Dubois. I mean, Don Charles has done a great job with Dubois, but ultimately, at the start of his career, same as Dubois. Dubois knocking over bums. What was he learning? Nothing. Gets in there. Oh, I'm in a fight now. I don't really fancy this. It's an epidemic, people, of backslappers. I believe it's because there ain't no real trainers anymore. There's just people trying to lick someone's butthole. You're the best ever. Yeah? Oops. Now you've been popped in your eye, Daniel. Do you want to fight? Not really. Yeah? No good. People these days are happy to take a soul, but they don't want to give one. Or they're reluctant. They're happy to send people to Warriors Paradise, but they don't want to travel there themselves. That's a problem in my mind, in my world. If you send someone there, AJ, how many men has AJ sent to Valhalla? Oh, bagger man. It was his turn to travel. He in there, all sneaky and trying to rat his way out, like a rat. In the sewers, trying to keep away from his destiny. That's whack. Okoli, same thing. How many dudes has Okoli knocked out? Oh, bagger man he knocked out. When it came to his time to let his hand go and let's have a go and have a fight, he didn't want to fight. He whack. And Riakporhe, for me, the jury's still out. This fight, we'll see what Riakporhe's about. We'll see that, I believe. Because he ducked OPETAIA, which is not great. It's not a great look, I ain't gonna lie. It's not a great look. Even Fraser Clark, who did well against Fabio Wardley, there were still elements of him being a bit corny. Why? Spitting his gum shield out. That's not warrior-like. People, if I was running boxing, yeah, I'll tell you now. It's your, the same way they say, it's your responsibility to protect yourself at all times. I'll be telling dudes, listen, it's your responsibility to keep that mouthpiece in your mouth. Anyone who's tried boxing, yeah, if you get a mouthpiece, an expensive one, and you fit it properly, people, these guys have been boxing for 30 years. They know how to fit a mouthpiece properly. If you fit a mouthpiece properly, it's actually hard to get out. It like clips from your teeth. So there's no way your mouthpiece just falls out unless you're spitting it out. And again, there's no man, yeah. If you're tired, Fraser Clark, whose fault's that? Fight. Or get knocked out. Don't be spitting. That's like a sneaky thing, isn't it? Oh, I spit my... And I hate it when these radio / presenter guys, commentators are like, oh, this is a veteran move. No, it's not. It's just cheating and whack. Yeah? Like Usyk when he complains about body shots. Suck it up, it's a fight. No one else does that though, you notice that? No one else does. No one else do I see every fight complaining about being touched to the body. So these things, they're not legit in my opinion. If you're in a fight and you're tired, you chomp down on your mouthpiece. And get clipped if you must. If you can't move no more, your legs are dead and your hands are dead, you stand there, chomp in your mouthpiece and get hit. That's what you must do. Not spit your gum shield out and be looking for it on the floor. Yeah, that's fugazi. That's whack. So Riakphore, I don't know, I haven't watched his fights yet, but I got a feeling he might be a mouth guard spitter as well. We ain't no females, we ain't do no spitting. You understand, people? That's for the females. Fraser Clark. And the twerking whilst we're on the topic. But yeah, listen, Riakphore, you duck jab OPETAIA. Let's call it a spade. It's no amount of business and whatever else you can call it. So that's corny behaviour. Don't be bringing none of that corny behaviour to this fight. That's what you best not do. Because I'll come on there and roast your ass again. You best believe.
It was out of my hands.
Okay. That's
And
fair
who
enough.
knows because they were involved. I mean, I
Okay.
never turned down from no fight.
Okay.
So,
But the
that's what it is.
fact
So
is the
it's-
fight didn't happen. You haven't boxed for a world title.
These guys say this, oh, the fight, it wasn't in my hands, trust me. These guys, yeah. Oh, I'm in control of my career, I'm a big boss kind of thing. Any other time, these cats talk like they're big boss. Then when they duck a fight, oh, it wasn't me, I'm not in control. Make your mind up. Are you big boss who signs contracts and makes things happen, or are you, have you got handlers? Is Ben Chalong your Hollywood handler? Yeah? Which one is it? Are you big boss who fixing to be world champion? Or are you handler, Mr. Hollywood? Oh, I've got a handler, Ben Chalong, and yeah? Which is it? Pick a lane. Pick your lane. Pick your lane. But yeah, the odds are quite surprising. For me, in my mind, I had it 50-50. Not going to lie. I had it about 50-50, 60-40 to Riakphore, but it's actually over 2-1. It's basically about 2.5 to 1. 2.5 to 1 for Riakphore to win. So you put a tenner on Riakphore, you get 15 quid total return. You put a tenner on Chris Billam-Smith, you get 33 quid total return. So Billam-Smith is once again a heavy underdog. However, it has to be said, in his last fight, he was losing it against a bum. I'll tell you, Masterneck is a 4-star fighter. I've never seen him, but he was a 4-star fighter. And Masterneck was winning on 2 scorecards wide as well. After 7 rounds, he was winning like 2-5, I think it must be. On 2 cards, Masterneck was winning 2-5 after 7 rounds. Or was that 6 rounds? I'm not sure. Either way, Billam-Smith was down 3 or 4 rounds. So, what's my point? He was losing. That's probably why the odds are so far against him. But he's fighting top competition. Dudes with 4 stars, right? What's Riakphore doing? Riakphore fighting a bum in the back arse of Wolverhampton. So, that's odds though. People go for the pizzazz. What Billam-Smith is missing is the X factor. Okolie has the X factor. Riakphore had the X factor. That's why they're favourite. But slow and steady wins a race. And if Billam-Smith can stay cute for 6 rounds, Riakphore usually runs out of gas. He's heavy, and that's when he should go to work. But Billam-Smith was missing a bit of that in Hook against Lawrence Okolie. I remember watching that fight and shouting, "Go on, go get him! He's food." When all a dude want to do is hang on and cling on for dear life, you have to go get him. Because notice, yeah, you never see no one able to tie Usyk up like that. You never see anyone able to tie Canelo up like that. You never see Canelo, yeah, just getting hugged to death. Trust me, if you could do it, people would do it. Yeah? If Caleb Plant could have got away with jabbing Canelo and tying him up, he'd have done that all night. You can't do it. I believe it's something to do with the elbows. If your elbows are right here, it's easy to be grabbed. If you tuck your elbows in, what are they grabbing? They're grabbing nothing but a punch. And in fact, Fury almost got caught a few times. Fury would come in trying to grab, and Usyk would stay tight and then bop something off. That's the answer to being grabbed. And from what I remember, Billam-Smith is pretty tight. So I don't know why he... Often fighters, they resign themselves to the clinch. They say they accept the clinch. I heard some famous trainer years ago say that. When you see a whole bunch of clinching in a fight, yes, one fighter may be engaging it, but you have to accept a clinch. You have to say, okay, it's time to hug now. There are fighters who don't get clinched. Look at Mike Tyson. Yeah, Mike Tyson was a prolific clincher when he was tired, but in them first few rounds, trust me, if you could just clinch onto Mike, you just clinch onto Mike. Lomachenko, there's a whole bunch of examples. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, people. I've got Riakporhe winning, but again, there's an asterisk and a skeptical. I will not be surprised at all if Riakporhe gets tired and don't want to fight. I will not be surprised if Riakporhe clips him and knocks him out. But there's a chance that Riakporhe, I don't know, got a weird vibe. I think maybe it was a Madonna. Maybe it was the Madonna Cabal thing that put me off a little bit, but we'll see. Time will tell. Let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, like off the bell, 100%. No doubt about it. Stop it.